Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers, I guess, US soccer crossover Breakaway. You can see him there in front of the box. You can I'll pull him off the side real quick and take a look at the box. And yeah, it's a very red box actually. Yeah, the whole 2-in-1 is actually a soccer ball. Then yeah, there's the bubble packet, which shows the figure off and way. You got the Transformers and Breakaway and Hasbro right there. You got some stars and 8+, and then you got USA, the US soccer logo, and the Autobot logo up there. Nothing on the top because of that. There's a little picture of Breakaway here on the side. And there's a little the US soccer logo right there. On the bottom, you have some copyrights and warnings of what's included in the packaging. And the back, of course, you have the product shots and the crossover series, collaborative series. You got a little official sticker and official official Transformer, all that stuff. So there's that. And of course, it comes with instructions, which are not too bad actually, all things considered. So there is that. Breakaway, not Optimus Prime like a lot of people thought he was going to be. But yeah, Breakaway here, you can see getting in close, he is primarily red and blue with a silver face and blue eyes there. He's got a bit of almost smug look on his face. You know he's about to take that fall. You got the Autobot symbol and the US soccer symbol right there. You got, lots of reds and, some white right here as well, but mostly reds and blues. Some bits of gray down here as well. Again, the US soccer logo, the little blue feet. And you see some soccer ball stuff all around him, including this bit, which is this is not attached in the box as a separate piece, but tapping real solid, that's for sure. Yeah, it looks like in the box, and yeah, I'll get into that a little bit. I forgot to remove it beforehand. So yeah, Breakaway here actually looks pretty good, I would say. He actually looks pretty good overall, as considering as the whole thing of turning into a soccer ball. I mean, considering everything, it's actually not too bad on the kibble front. I mean, yeah, you can see, again, bits of soccer ball, but it's integrated into the robot mode pretty decently for the most part. Although he is kind of shell formery, again, to a degree. Oop, I forgot, actually. Forgot that bit, yeah, the knee spikes right there. Yeah, overall, he's actually pretty solid. I totally forgot about the knee spikes there. I'm just like not on the board. I'm just not thinking too well right now. But yeah, generally he actually looks pretty good though. I would say that. Yeah, I keep saying it, but yeah, he's surprisingly good. And that's the other thing. His other big surprise is actually his posability. Holy crap, his posability. But yeah, his head right here. You got I think it's a ball joint. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Left and right. You got left and right there. It's ball joint. It's a ball joint, but it's a weird ball joint. Yeah, it's one of those weird joints. There's not really a lot of waggle, but you have up and down thanks to the hinge right there, and a little bit thanks to the ball joint as well. So you got that. You have shoulders on ball joints. You have full rotation right there. You have outward, and it does go outward pretty decently. You just kind of have to maneuver it a little bit around the kibble stuff, but it's not too bad. You have a bicep swivel. Elbows go about 90 degrees. Wrists do swivel, which is nice. The waist rotates, although it does bang into this a little bit. You can get that out of the way, but yeah, there's that. Thanks to the transformation stuff, there is quite the ab crunch, which is very useful, particularly for all the soccer poses he needs to pull. Hips, though, can also go up really high, again, for good high kicks. Back, pretty far, actually. Outward, you do have pretty much a full splits and a little bit more. There's a dedicated thigh swivel as well. Got a good range there. Knees can bend about 90 degrees and also bend forward a little bit if you want to break his leg. Then here at the feet, you do have this right here as an ankle tilt. You have this forward and back thing right here as well. The feet are on ball joints as well, so you can also tilt at the ball joint and rotate at the ball joint. And these little heel bits right here, they don't go up and down, but they do just go sideways, which is helpful for certain poses so you can get them balanced correctly. Basically, this stuff right here, these little heels right here can, rotate them so you can kind of adjust the center and balance a little bit, just so you can stand in some more of the more extreme poses you might be able to get him into. So there is all that. It's, again, really nicely posable considering, his deluxe size-ness. Yeah, of course, it comes to accessories. Of course, yeah, there's this bit right here, like you saw earlier, the bit of the ball. Yes, there is a bit of parts forming, but yeah, this right here attaches. You can see there's a couple tabs right here which will go in these holes, and this tab will go in that slot, and this tab will go in that slot, and those tabs will go into these little slots right there. Make sure to line it all up. Once you have it all lined up, it will tab in very securely, like very securely. Like I can struggle to get it off once it's in there, but yeah, it also hugs pretty well, so it's not a huge problem, at least in my opinion. There's that thing. He comes with a little soccer ball, which is pretty cool. You can see there's just, again, the US soccer logo on it. It's just gray and blue. And the thing is, there's little pegs on the feet. So he can actually, well, it looks like he's dribbling or kicking it or whatever, which is also pretty cool. So yeah, it can look like he's dribbling it or kicking it. So there is that. And one last accessory, of course, is this thing. It's a stand. It comes separate in the box. Well, you can see it's got a curvature for some reason, but he's also got these little pegs right here on the sides, and those little peg holes in the bottom of his feet. So you can put that on the bottom of his feet and use it as a stand. That if you want, or of course this will allow you to do the more extreme poses, if you'd like. You can also do this without the stand. I've noticed in some cases you can, but yeah, I know. So yeah, you can do some more of the extreme poses linked to the stand. He'll stay pretty balanced as long as you do it right. But yeah, he'll stay fairly well balanced, which is pretty cool overall. So there's that. I'm gonna get the stand off the side and all that. Get him all reset. So yeah, but yeah, generally a surprisingly good robot mode. I'm gonna say that. I was not sure what I was gonna expect, but this is surprisingly good robot mode, all things considered. Yeah, for some measurement stuff in this mode, his height to the top of his head is about 5 3/4 inches or 14.6 centimeters. And if you put him on top of the stand, it's about 6.5 inches or 16.5 centimeters. And his weight is 2.5 ounces or 70 grams. And with the stand, it's 2.8 ounces or 78 grams. So it's the stand is roughly 0.3 ounces or 8 grams in weight. So there is all that. So comparisons. Real quick, just getting him standing up, trying to get him stand up more straight, I guess. More or less. Getting some comparisons in. Here he is with Series 86 Optimus. Just to give you an idea of that. The standard. There's all that. Here's his Titans Return Chrome Dome. But this was repainted into Breakaway, just to give you an idea. I don't have that Breakaway, but yeah, just to give you an idea of the last Breakaway we got, which was a decade ago, roughly. So there's that. And I guess one of the other recent sports releases here is a Tundra Prime, for other football. By the way, yeah, the whole thing here, it's the same peg holes. Peg holes for the same, so guess what? Yep. It is compatible, so you can do a little mix and match if you really want to, but some might consider this blasphemous, but you can mix and match the two balls. So there's that. So we'll go ahead and get this guy transformed into his alt node and continue on. So first of all, we'll get this. Actually, before I do that, almost forgot. The soccer ball here. Well, actually, it wasn't great. The soccer ball can also transform because it can store in the stand. So what you do with this is you split the soccer ball in half. You can see that seam line, and you can see there's a little divot there, and it's a little bit of a pain. It pegs together pretty solidly, which is both good and bad. I have a hard time getting it split apart, personally. There we go. You see it splits apart, and there's a little peg there, and then right here, you put it underneath the stand, you just put it up in that peg hole right there, and that just stores away underneath the stand. So put that off the side. So from there, what you want to do is take the arms. You want to take this right here. There's a little right there. You open up the forearm like this, and you rotate the hand inward like this, and you close that up like that. You take the arm and bring it up behind the shoulder like this, and this will tab in right there. Same thing. Open this up, rotate the hand in, close it back up, and then rotate the arm backwards. You can see that tab there goes a little slot on the arm, and there you go. And just do that. From there, you want to go ahead and also untab this bit right here. Untab that and put that offside for now. Then what you want to do is split the torso. You can see right here along that, split the torso and bring this hinges down like this, like that. You want to bring these around like that, and then hinge them forward like this, and then take this black piece right here, and you want to rotate that 180 degrees like this, and then hinge these back like that. And from here, you want to go ahead and take the head here, rotate it 180 degrees. You see this little slot on the back of the head, which will go in a little tab, or a little tab right here on the inside of the chest. Then you close this all back up, like that. Then you go ahead and take this piece right here, and you lift it up right here on this thing, kind of get it out of the way. And you take the arms here, and you hinge them back, and they'll meet in the middle, right here. And they'll kind of tab together. They don't tab together super great in my experience, but you know, they'll kind of tab together like that. And then from there, you want to go ahead and take the waist here and rotate it 180 degrees, like so, and hinge it up like this. Then down here at the legs, you want to open this up, and then rotate this knee spike in, and then leave it at that for now. Then open this up, and then rotate the knee spike in like that. Then go ahead and tab the legs together right here, like so. And then using the make sure it's all tabbed in. Using the hips and knees hinges, you collapse it up like this. Make sure this clears it. Collapse it up, and this right here, there's little tabs right here which will kind of meet up with the bits of the legs like that. And you can bring this panel over top all the rest of the way and tab it all in all around like that, and that will close it up right there. And now you have a walking soccer ball thing. From here, what you want to do is then take the heels and collapse them into the feet like that. Rotate them in like that. Then take the feet and rotate them 180 like so. Then you want to bring them down on that hinge, and then rotate this hinge like this, and also bring the foot down like that. So it's kind of more or less sitting like that. And do the same thing here. Bring this in, bring this down, and then just kind of rotate it so it's kind of sitting like this. So it's just pretty much sitting like that. And then you take the panel from earlier, make sure it's lined up properly. These tabs right here will go in little slots right here, and just tab it over like that. Call that, and that's the soccer ball. So you can go ahead and bring the stand in, put the soccer ball on top, and there you go. There's Breakaway in his alt mode. Yeah, it sure is a soccer ball. It's got a nice design on it. You know, it's the U.S. soccer design for the most part. You got the, you know, kind of blue and red stars, and, you know, little white stars and little stripings, and it's pretty much just gray. You know, that's the pattern all over. Plus, it's all about symbol. And yeah, it's a ball, and it's also got the U.S. soccer logo. And yeah, it's a ball, so hey, guess what? It rolls. Even though it's kind of lumpy, you can see, you know, this obvious seam lines. There are some parts which aren't quite perfectly smooth. You can definitely feel some, like you run your fingers over, you know, oh, yep, that's not quite, you know, it doesn't quite line up perfectly, but still, it works, you know, like that. And of course, you get the stand, which, you know, works just perfectly fine. You know, have that right there like that. It's displayed out of the way. You can change how you want to display it, and so on and so forth. And there you go. It's it's a soccer ball. Beyond that, yeah, his diameter, which is interesting. I've never had to do that before. Diameter is 2 1/4 inches or 5.7 centimeters, roughly. That's what I measured. So yeah, the only comparison I'm going to do in this mode is with Thunder Prime, because it's like comparing a giant soccer ball to a truck seems silly. But yeah, Thunder Prime there, because it's close to the same scale. Not quite. I believe the soccer ball should be a bit bigger compared to a football helmet. But yeah, generally it's somewhat close-ish. So there you go. So that's the Breakaway. Also Breakaway is a soccer term. I almost forgot to mention that. Breakaway is a soccer term too. So hey, makes sense. So yeah, that's the figure as a whole though. Whether or not you should get it, I think big thing is, are you into soccer at all? That's a big one. If you're not, you probably find yourself a bit cold on this. He does, you know, he is a really nice looking fake robot, and he's really posable, like surprisingly so, considering he is very much his deluxe price point. So yeah, he's really posable considering everything, but you know, and he looks pretty good, but yeah, he does turn into a soccer ball, which for a lot of people is going to be instant turn off. It's not a car, it's not a jet, it's not an animal, it's just a soccer ball. So for a lot of people, it's going to turn a lot of people off. But if you're into soccer like me, you know, kind of did the whole I played soccer as a kid thing, he's pretty cool. He's kind of, again, he's in that same very niche, kind of weird niche of, you know, the football guys, the NFL guys, I should say, are in. So if you kind of, or just in general, he's one of those weird Transformers that, you know, I kind of like, you know, just kind of the weird ones. Yeah, so if you're into that sort of thing, this might appeal to you. Again, it's about $28 I think it's a Walmart exclusive, although popped up on Pulse. He's been popping up in stores the last few weeks, so yeah, you know, he's pretty cool, but, you know, if it don't feel bad about skipping it, you know, you don't feel like you have to get it if you're not really interested in the soccer thing at all, or football. Or yeah, if you want to, what was it, association football, if you want to be really persnickety about it. But yeah, generally, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's kind of a weird novel. It's very much one of those novelty Transformers. But yeah, if you're into the novelty, great. I think he's a good toy, and you know, you can get him to some really cool poses on the shelf with the soccer, you know, kicking the soccer ball and everything. But again, if soccer doesn't appeal to you, or there's the sports thing and doesn't appeal to you, or whatever, you can easily skip this one. You aren't really missing out on much. But if you do pick, I think if you do pick him up, you are in for a very cool, fun, posable robot. So there you go. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media in the description and in the end of the video. Check out my Coffee Man Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.